life to pixel fights. He battles the storms and the virtual night. He sailed the high seas as a US Navy pet, fought through the gales, no fear or regret. Now he's a streamer on Twitch with a grin. Variety gamer, let the fun begin. Yo ho, yo ho, from deck to the screen, Captain Adonis, the bravest you've seen. In Starship Troopers, he drops from the sky, blasting the bugs till they all say goodbye. For the Federation, he charges ahead, mobile infantry, leaving foes for dead. Lasers and salt spray, he conquers the stars in his own special way. Then off to Azeroth in World of Warcraft's land, hosting his podcast with a tankard in hand. Lion's Pride Tavern, where tales are spun true, raids and quests with his merry crew. With defiance, YouTube producer, bitty, sharp and bright, Twitch streams lively from morning till night. A veteran sailor with joystick and grip, Adonis the captain on this epic trip. Yo ho, yo ho, a chanty we sing for Captain Adonis, the gaming king. Hey!
For the Federation!
She rises, way hey, and up she rises early in the morning. Give him a dose of salt and water, give him a dose of salt and water, give him a dose of salt and water early in the morning. Way hey, oh, way hey, oh, way hey, oh, early in the morning. That's what we do with the drunken sailor. That's what we do with the drunken sailor. That's what we do with the drunken sailor. Early in the morning. Way up she rises, way up she rises, way up she rises early in the morning. Way up she rises, way up she rises, way up she rises early in the morning. Way up she rises.
Everybody, Captain Adonis, we're back with some more sea power. And last night I created, sorry, I'm eating lunch at the same time. Got a little bit of a late start today. Created another mission last night. Yes. All right, so I've had such an issue with the messages that are popping up. This message would not pop up. What it would do is it would say top secret experimental, and that was it. And all the rest of it would be gone. So I was doing some research just this morning. And for whatever reason, the editor uses double backslash as a stopping point for the message. And when I created this, I put in double slashes behind experimental and eyes only. I put it right in between it. So the editor, the program was reading it as, oh, that's where we stop. And it was driving me fucking bananas because I have my first mission, Final Countdown. I didn't put any slashes in there. I thought the slashes looked cooler, right? They look neater, you know, look more professional, right? And no, that just fucked it up. And I was up till 3 o'clock in the morning last night trying to figure this shit out, and it pissed me off. Got up this morning, I was like, all right, fresh set eyes. I'll go take a shower. I have a fresh set eyes. Have my daughter make me some breakfast. It's actually breakfast lunch combo. We're having pizza. Some sort of DiGiorno. And yeah, I just figured it out. So that's what it was. I took them all out, resaved it, boom. We are there. We are there. It works. So now I got to test out the win, and I got to test out the lose. So I think the first thing we'll do, since I'm eating, is we'll test out the lose briefly. So there'll be another message that pops up if you don't complete the mission. And right now the mission is tasked with the destruction of the Bismarck and the Prince Eugen. Egan? I don't know how to pronounce that. And in order for the Prince Egan to win, they have to destroy the USS Hood, or the HMS Hood. So what we're doing is we're going off history, right? So the ship went back in time, the USS Eldridge, DDG-173 goes back in time, and now it's making sure it's changing history. It's changing history for the better. That's the idea. So, we have to engage both the Bismarck and the Prince Eugen, before they sink the USS Hood. If they sink the Hood, they win. So we're gonna let them sink the Hood. So we are on
multiple hostile contacts detected.
The Hood right here. Let's put that there. Move this down. There we go. Put that there. So we get to watch this battle unfold.
We're taking enemy fire.
So the Bismarck and the Prince Eugen are right there, and our battleship here. I guess this is a battle cruiser, I think. Missouri!
Acknowledge me!
And then we've got over here.
We're taking enemy fire.
This is the battleship Prince of Wales. Oh shit, and they already took a hit. The Prince of Wales already took a hit.
We're taking enemy fire.
And what this story is now, historically, I tried to make it as accurate as possible. Okay? So I am in the exact location where the USS Hood, or I keep saying USS, the HMS Hood, I'm in that exact location where the HMS Hood was found underwater where it was sunk. And so this is where the battle took place.
We're taking enemy fire.
And basically what it was is the Hood and the Prince of Wales were up front, okay? And they were shadowing the Bismarck. Yeah, so he's gonna have to install Ubisoft, and I don't think he has it. That's where the issue was with me. I was logged into Ubisoft with a different credentials. Because my credentials for... God, the game seems loud.
We're taking enemy fire.
That's because I'm really close. So we'll let this gun battle play out here.
0-0-1. We're taking enemy fire.
So because I'm logged into Google under Captain Adonis, my Ubisoft game automatically just logged me in with that one because Google and Ubisoft are all part of the same company.
We're taking enemy fire.
So I had to relog in under my old account. So I went and looked up, and then my game took
We're
right off.
taking enemy fire.
So
We've been hit.
guess there's really no good place for that map. So I can see what's going on here.
We're taking enemy fire.
I'll talk to him tonight, Cuzzy.
We're taking
And
enemy fire.
tell him what happened to me, and maybe that'll trigger something with him. Because you have to have Ubisoft
7,
updated
0-0-2.
because they have to install the anti-cheat bullshit. But this gives me time to eat lunch.
We're taking enemy fire.
While we watch this battle play out.
We're taking enemy fire. Hit track 7.
So historically-
0-0-2.
What happened was these two guys were out front, and they started angling towards Bismarck once morning came, right? They shadowed them all night.
We're taking
The two
enemy
ships in the
fire.
back, which is the Suffolk and the Norfolk,
We're hit.
they maintained radar contact with them. Now, in the real world, the HMS
We're
Hood,
taking enemy fire.
one of the shots hit the magazine room of the Hood, and this is the HMS Hood.
0-0-1.
And that magazine exploded. So obviously I can't make that happen in this game. Oh shit, we got some damage on
We're
them.
taking enemy fire.
Holy shit. I think we might sink the Prince Eugen.
We've been hit.
But that's the Bismarck. Right there.
We're taking enemy fire.
And it does have a little bit of damage. Does have a little bit of damage. Got a little fire going there.
We're taking enemy fire. Hit track 7-0-0-2. On station.
Now I did make it so the Hood
We've been hit.
is a priority target.
We're taking enemy fire.
Oh yeah. That one's going down. So they sunk the Prince Eugen.
We're taking enemy fire. Hit track 7-0-0-1.
Another hit.
We're hit. We're taking enemy fire.
All right, but we got to go back to the Hood. How's the Hood doing?
We're taking enemy fire.
So they have flooding going on.
7-0-0-2. We're hit.
control teams are knocked out. They got 3 back here, or 3 up forward. This is just backwards.
We're taking enemy
I
fire.
don't know why they always do that. They display the ship right to left instead of left to right.
Hit.
The front of the ship should be on the right, in my
002.
opinion. But regardless, so the front of the ship, there's flooding going on. They got 3 damage control teams going on there. There's flooding everywhere. So we'll see if this even lasts.
We're hit. We're taking enemy fire. We're taking enemy fire.
All the Bismarck's got to do is sink this one to win. But obviously it's going to shoot at the battleship too.
We're hit. We're taking enemy fire. Hit. True. We're taking enemy fire.
Yeah, it's black. They sank the Prince Eugen.
We're taking enemy fire. We're hit. We're
So I
taking enemy
believe
fire.
the big deal with the Bismarck, I'm sweating. I'm sweating because I put Tabasco on my pizza. Woo! Got some spice to it. These are 14-inch guns, I believe.
Hit. True. We're taking enemy fire.
Let's see. Where do I look at that? Unit information. So on
We're hit.
this one,
We're taking enemy fire.
yeah, you'd have to convert that 380 millimeter. I think those are. I think these are 12-inch guns. These might not even be 12-inch guns. 12-inch guns may be on this one. Oh shit!
We're taking enemy fire.
Yeah, these may be 12-inch guns. .356 millimeter
We're hit.
converts to what?
We're taking enemy fire.
.356 millimeter to inches is,
We're taking enemy fire.
yeah, 14-inch gun. So these are 14-inch guns on this one. And then on the hood had 380. What? We had 380 millimeter?
We're taking enemy fire.
That's almost a 15-inch gun on this boat.
001.
So the battle cruiser is built to destroy,
Sbagelli, smagozzi, babozzi,
but it's not
bongi
shooting.
balongi.
The gun turrets are down
We're hit.
because there's damage.
We're taking enemy fire.
So they've damaged the
Taking enemy
guns.
fire.
All right, they got their damage control team back. Now they've got all 4 of them working on the midships. Why the midships?
We've been hit.
They think their midships guns are going to be better?
We're taking enemy fire. We're taking enemy fire.
Man, I'd be getting these big ass guns going. like they got their damage repaired. Unfortunately, I can't view anything here, guys. But you can see their big guns are turned and they're shooting. Nope. They took another hit. Look at how it makes the marks in the water when they shoot the big guns. I think that's cool as shit. I mean, that's some level detail right there. Next level detail.
We're taking enemy fire. We're taking enemy fire.
All right, back to the hood. How's the Prince of Wales doing? Prince of Wales got their guns going again. Alright, their damage control teams are working on these guns. Their propulsion is down, they're not moving.
We're taking enemy fire.
Oh, that's not what we wanted. I mean, at least with this one, they're still moving. They've taken some engine damage.
We're taking enemy fire. Hit, track, 7-0, we're here. We're taking enemy fire. We're taking enemy, we're here. Hit, track, 7-0, we're taking enemy fire. We're here.
All right, I don't know.
We're taking enemy fire. We're taking enemy fire.
Oh, he's not moving either. Should be a lot easier for him to get hit now. All he's got to do is sink the hood.
We're here. We're taking enemy fire. We're taking enemy fire.
And they're still shooting at the... Okay, it looks like they're taking turns shooting between the two.
We're taking enemy fire. We're here.
Well, I don't know if that'll work, Kazuri. Because Mac doesn't get home till late.
Taking enemy fire.
Bob won't be able to because he's working. He gets up early in the morning to work, so he isn't going to stay up. And there's a 5-hour time difference between Mac and Bob. I mean, I'll get on and try it out with you, just to try it out. Make sure everything's working. I got to set up my OBS for streaming it anyway.
Enemy fire. We've been hit.
All right, let's go back to the hood. Oh yeah, the hood's taking some damage now. I think the hood's going down.
We're taking enemy fire.
All right, so as soon as the hood goes down, It should end this battle. Yeah. I agree. Yeah, why don't we try it tonight? I won't stream it. I'll just oh, they got their forward gun working. I'll just get on with you in about, what do you say?
We're taking enemy fire.
What time you thinking? 8 o'clock Eastern?
0, 1.
That'll be 6 o'clock my time.
We're taking
Take a look at damage control here. Oh yeah, they're taking quite a bit of damage. They're moderate hull damage, slight flooding, but they're dead in the water again. Okay. All right. I will set an alarm, and I'll meet you in the Mahula Discord.
We're taking enemy fire. We're taking enemy fire. We made it.
Okay. I got an alarm set.
We're taking enemy fire. We're taking enemy fire.
All right, come on, guys. Kill the hood so we can make sure that message works. This is the only way to test this stuff.
We made it.
Now, the next one, the next test, I got to load it up again. The next test is going to be testing out if the Eldridge can take out both the Prince Eugen and the Bismarck with modern day weapons.
We're taking enemy fire. We're taking enemy fire. We're taking enemy fire. Turn to course 176. We're taking enemy fire.
Let's take a look at the Bismarck.
We're taking enemy
Still
fire.
got all of its guns going. It's still shooting at both of them though. I wish it would prioritize the hood.
We're taking enemy fire. We made it. We're taking enemy fire.
We're getting some shots back.
We made it. We're taking enemy fire.
Oh shit. How's the Prince of
We're
Wales
taking enemy
doing?
fire.
Oh! That was a hit. Prince of Wales, how you doing? Shit. Moderate flooding and moderate hull damage. Holy shit. These guns are knocked out. That's in the aft guns. Propulsion's damaged. The whole midsection area is gone. All those guns are gone. Shit, the Prince of Wales may go down. May go down before the hood.
We're taking enemy fire.
The hood's hanging on, man. It's got its last of its guns up front. They're trying. They're trying. The front guns, the forward guns. Still trying it. Still trying. 15-inch Mark 1s. Got 2 of them. Still firing away at the Bismarck. Now the problem is the Bismarcks, they're almost pointed right at the Bismarck, so this is a harder target to hit than a side target. Than a broadside. But now has moderate hull damage and moderate flooding. So I don't think this one's gonna make it. So the hood should go down. Once the hood sinks, game's over.
We're taking enemy fire. We're taking enemy fire.
That was the whole idea of this particular scenario, was to change the course of history by preserving the hood from getting destroyed by the Bismarck and Prince Eugen. So I did quite a bit of research on this last night before I started. Like I said, I'm in the exact area that the HMS Hood went down. And so what happened was Bismarck was in the lead of the 2-ship convoy, and these 4 ships, the Hood, the Norfolk, the Suffolk, and the Prince of Wales, were shadowing it. The Hood and the Prince of Wales decided to pull ahead and leave the Norfolk and Suffolk to fall behind and keep it on radar, because one of the 2 of those, either the Norfolk or the Suffolk, had the most current high-tech radar system that was out at the time. And so they watched Bismarck and the Prince throughout the night. So during the night, the Hood and the Prince of Wales got ahead and was going to attack at dawn. Well, the Bismarck and the Prince looked very similar. So in the middle of the night, they switched spots. So in the morning, when the attack began, they thought the Bismarck was in the front, which was actually the Prince Eugen, and started their attack, and the Bismarck opened up on the Hood, and one of the first rounds that hit the Hood hit a magazine compartment and totally destroyed the ship. I mean, it blew up the magazine, which, like, catastrophically blew up the entire ship. And that was the historical part. We're just waiting for the Bismarck to finish this ship off. They're getting close. Like I said, it's close. Look at the damage control. We're at moderate and moderate again. The engines are down, so it's dead in the water.
We've been hit.
Oh, that got hit.
We're taking enemy fire.
So the Bismarck's still swapping between the 2 ships. That's why it's taking so long. I suppose I could speed it up a little bit. Yeah, she's starting to go under. She's holding out.
We're taking enemy fire. We're taking enemy
She's still fighting
We're
on her
taking
last
enemy fire.
tooth and nail.
We're taking enemy fire. We're taking enemy fire. We're taking enemy fire. We're taking enemy fire. We're taking enemy.
Now it looks like the Boghammars really raining down hell on it. Is that because the
We're taking enemy fire. We're taking enemy fire.
no, that one's still going.
We're taking enemy
They
fire.
actually got their
We're taking enemy fire.
they got their guns up and going.
We're taking enemy fire.
I think that's amazing. They had 4 guns there. They had 4 guns in one turret,
We're
both of
taking
those
enemy
turrets.
fire. We're taking enemy fire. We're taking enemy fire.
Looks like it's raining.
We're taking enemy fire. We're taking enemy fire. We're taking enemy fire.
Yeah, they got quite a bit of guns down.
We're taking enemy fire.
I don't know what the colors are.
We're taking
Obviously,
enemy fire.
yellow's probably damaged, moderate damage. I don't know what
We're
gray
taking
is.
enemy fire.
I know black
We're
is
taking
completely
enemy fire.
gone. I don't know what gray is.
We're taking enemy fire.
Sbagellis, magozzi, babozzi, bongi balongi.
We're taking enemy fire. 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 We're taking enemy
Got
fire.
hit again.
We're taking enemy fire.
And she's low in the water.
We're taking enemy fire.
She's definitely flooding. No, I
We're
think she's
taking
going
enemy
down.
fire. We're taking enemy 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 fire. We've been hit. We're taking enemy fire. We're taking enemy fire. We're taking enemy. We're hit. We're taking enemy fire. We're taking enemy fire.
So this must just be doing a circle.
We're taking enemy fire. We're taking enemy fire. We're hit.
Yeah, now they're swinging
We're
around,
taking enemy fire.
swinging the turrets around to the other side. So they're just circling right there.
We're taking enemy fire. We're taking enemy
They're
fire.
putting broadsides to bear.
We're hit. We're taking enemy fire. We've been hit. We're
And
taking
she
enemy
is
fire.
definitely
Taking
going
enemy
down.
fire. We've
She
been hit.
is definitely going down.
Taking enemy fire. We're taking enemy fire.
As soon as she gives up the go,
We're taking enemy fire. We're taking enemy fire.
I don't see him shooting back.
Taking enemy fire. We're hit. We're taking enemy fire.
Yeah, heavy flooding
Enemy
now.
fire. We're hit.
I see a couple of these minor guns going off.
We've
But
been
the
hit.
big guns are down.
We're taking enemy fire. We've been hit. We're taking enemy fire. We're taking enemy fire. We've been hit.
she's just holding on tooth and nail, though. I gotta give it to the hood.
We're taking enemy
She's
fire.
just holding on.
Where?
She can't be lasting much longer.
Where? We're taking enemy fire. We're taking enemy fire. Where? We're taking enemy fire.
Now we just gotta get some big hits on this guy. 2 more big hits.
We're taking enemy fire. We've been hit. We're taking enemy fire. Where?
So it looks like it's concentrating solely on the hood now.
We're taking enemy fire.
Is that because the, oh yeah,
We're taking enemy fire.
that one abandoned ship.
We've been hit. We're taking enemy fire.
So it's still afloat, but the abandoned ship.
We've been hit. We're taking enemy fire.
So I suppose I could take the kid. I could
We're
launch
taking enemy fire.
both aircraft.
We're taking enemy fire. We've been hit. We're taking enemy fire. We've been hit.
We'll go have these guys go pick up survivors.
We're taking enemy fire. We've been hit. We're taking enemy fire. We've been hit. Turn to course. We're taking enemy fire. We've been hit.
Why is it circling? I just told it to go here.
Roger. Turn 167.
Okay, the hood still hasn't given up the boat yet. I think the hood's more underwater than the battleship was. Where'd the battleship go? Oh, did it finally succumb?
We're taking enemy fire.
It did. It finally went down into the deep.
We're taking enemy fire.
But they haven't abandoned ship yet.
We're taking enemy fire. We're taking enemy fire.
We gotta go get
enemy
survivors. Launch this guy as soon as it's done. Launch.
We're taking enemy fire. We're taking enemy fire. On station. Roger. We're taking enemy fire. We're taking enemy fire.
2 survivors on board. Okay, return to base.
Roger, RTB. We've been hit. We're taking enemy fire. Roger. Turn 16. We're hit. We're taking enemy fire. We've been hit. We're taking enemy fire. We're hit. We're taking enemy fire.
God, the hood's still holding out.
We're hit.
There we go. All right, the message came up. Awesome, I figured it out. God damn, you don't know how hard that was. And it was one little line in grok. I mean, I want to show you. I want to show you. So this is what I was looking at. So I kept saying, like, is there a limit to the message and the text triggers? No, no, no. But all of a sudden, right here on practical limits and advice, it says extremely long strings might cause an issue. Especially if you include special characters like pound signs or slashes, which are used for comments. So I was like, oh my God, does that mean that the slashes are doing something? So I took the slashes out because I put a whole bunch of slashes in the message. And sure enough, there we go. That's what did it. All right, exit mission. And there it is. All right, let's restart the mission. Yep, let's restart it. Then I got to upload it to Steam so it makes sure it's working. Because Steam right now is my broken messages, which the game still works. It's just the messages aren't being put out there. I mean, the briefing message, the win, the loss. See, here's the briefing message. This is what it should look like. And you read this whole thing, right? And it tells you what's going on in the mission. Okay, start the mission. All right, I'm going to pause. And the first thing I'm going to do is go to the kid. Oh, I got to get some, there we go.
Multiple hostile contacts.
Multiple hostile contacts detected. All right, so what we're going to do here is we got missiles, man. We got missiles. So we're going to launch a salvo of 4 of these harpoon missiles at Bismarck.
Engaging track 7001. Salvo fire.
And then we're going to set a salvo of 4 on the Prince Eugen.
Engaging track 7002. Salvo fire.
Okay. And then these other missiles, these are surface-to-air missiles and anti-ship. Well, I should say not anti-ship, but they're anti-everything missiles.
We're taking enemy fire. We're taking enemy fire.
So let's do a salvo of 8.
Bulldog away. Track 7.
Let's do a salvo of 8 on the Bismarck.
Engage track 70.
And we'll do a salvo of 4 on the Prince Eugen.
Track 7002.
So they can launch 2 at a time. You'll see the launcher here. It loads.
Bulldog away. Track 7001.
Loads one more, and then it sits in ready position. Well, I think we should fire more. Let's do a salvo of 4 again at the Bismarck.
Track 7001.
Let's do another salvo of 4 at the Prince Eugen.
Engage track. We're taking enemy fire.
Because we like to fire these. I don't know if those are the missiles. Oh, here we go. All right, so the first missiles are about ready to hit. Now these are the ones I was talking, not the harpoons. The harpoons travel slower. These are the SAMs.
We're taking enemy fire. Bulldog away.
Boom.
Track 7001. We're taking enemy fire.
So meanwhile, the hood and the King George, or Prince of Wales, are shooting at both of these guys. So they're also getting hit with them. All right, here comes some more missiles. Holy shit, look at all those missiles.
Hit.
Look at all those missiles coming in.
0, 0, 1. We're taking enemy fire. Hit track.
Boom.
7, 0, 0, 1. Track 7.
Now the nice thing is the missiles are always going to hit.
Bulldog away. Track 7, 0.
I love this. I mean, this is what this ship was designed to do. Not even more missiles coming in.
0, 0, 1.
Some of these harpoons coming in will do some major damage.
0, 2.
And there it is, flash message. Bismarck and the Prince Eugen were detected at long range. The Hood and accompanying British units. Oh, I gotta change that. We're not engaged by the enemy. So I gotta change that. We're engaged, but I'm gonna put we're engaged by the enemy and remain intact. So both targets destroyed. Look at that. And they still got missiles coming in at them. Decisive victory. Decisive. All right, so let's change that one message. Let's go in the editor and change that one message. Load up the Bismarck. There we go. So this is where the Bismarck was sunk. It was right up here, or not the Bismarck, the Hood. So they were the Bismarck and the Prince Eugen came out of the harbor here and went around. What is this? Greenland here. Went around Greenland up through here. They could have been here or they could have been here. And they had British ships here and here waiting for them. And this was the group that caught up with them. All right, so let's go to the trigger. Let's go to Blue Winds and look at the message and come down here. Okay. We want to take out the word not. We're engaged by the enemy and remain intact. Has been altered. Okay. Let's save this. Boom, boom. There we go. I think I'm happy with the mission. It is a one. I'm going to drop it to a 1-star mission because if you know what you're doing with that DDG, you can do it just like I did and wipe those asses like a Klingon stuck to a porcelain countertop. Just wipes right off. Let's see, what else did I want to do? Oh, I gotta upload it. I gotta upload it to Steam. All right, so I gotta go into the mod manager. I gotta go to create a mod. Oh, first of all, what I gotta do is I gotta move. Oh, what the hell did I do? I gotta move the file. So this is the file right here. I need to copy this, copy that, and then back up to my streaming assets and go to the Bismarck, go into missions and paste it here, overwrite that. Yes, replace it. Okay, and there's the file. That's the file that you actually download from Steam. And it looks like it's got all this stuff in it, which really isn't that hard to read once you start looking at it. It's just a lot of, jargon, right? But that's what we need to send it. So now we'll create a new mod. We're going to update an existing mod. And we're going to come here and we're going to pick the mods. These are my mods on the workshop. So we're going to pick the Bismarck. And then we have to pick the folder, which is the Bismarck here, mission. Whoop, back up Just that's all I need to do is pick the mission folder. And then the tags are already there. I just need to write in the change log fixed issue with mission messages not working, found that if you use pound sign, where's pound sign? Pound signs or slashes, that can cause messages to stop at those characters. That way, if anybody reads this and they're doing a mission and they can't get their messages working right, there you go. All right, so I've got the Philadelphia Experiment Bismarck. I've got this one going, and I got the right mission picked. I don't need to pick an image because it's already there, and I just need to submit it. So then it brings me to the Steam Workshop, which this isn't going to have my update, because if you look here, I guess it is now fixed an issue. So it did update right off the bat. So that's a good thing. So let's go to mine. Now I need to do the same thing with the Philadelphia Experiment, because I did the same thing with that one. That one's a little more complicated, but we'll go in and we'll edit that one and get the messages working properly, because I put slashes in that one too. So let's do that right now. Oh, that's not it. There we go. All right, so back out of that. That's good to go. Let's go into the mission editor. Let's load up the regular Philadelphia Experiment. Open that puppy up. And let's look at the mission first, the briefing. Let's look at the briefing message. Okay, that one's good to go. Briefing message worked. Intro, yep, okay. Go back up here, go to Blue Win. And the message, see, that one did not work. All right, so let me save these really quick. I'll show you what I'm doing. So I have these messages already saved. So I need temporal veil. That's the mission brief. I need to load that one. I need to load that temporal veil and that one. So that's the fail, the win, and the brief. We'll open those up. All right, as you can see, right here on the win, I've already got slashes in here. So I need to eliminate those. Yeah, I thought they looked a lot better with the double slashes. I think that's double space there. No. All right, and do I have any more double slashes or slashes? Exclamation or pound signs? No. So let's save that. Boom. Okay, the fail message, did it again. I could put hyphens in there, I suppose, because I know those work. Doesn't look like I have any more pound signs or, oh, nope, there's some more. Flash, flash, flash. And what I do is I back all the way up and I give it one space because I don't know if there's like that empty space has some sort of character involved in it that would tell. Well, why isn't that flash spelled right? Flash. Okay, whatever. And let's save that one. And then the briefing. Yep, got to get rid of that. Whoop. And any more here? Okay, so that was the briefing. I'll redo it anyway. I'm going to check. I'll just redo them because I know maybe they're working, maybe they're not. But I'm going to go ahead and check. So save that. I'm just going to redo them all. All right, so they're all redone. No slashes. I was trying to get fancy and, you know, this didn't work. All right, so there's my messages. I will come over to here and grab these messages. First one I'm going to grab is the briefing, copy it, and then this is what? The win. Okay, so we need to go to the briefing. The briefing actually looks like it took. Oh, this is where I figured it out. Because I took, no, there's still one there. I'm going to get rid of it anyway. I guess that was the only one in the briefing. I guess one isn't a big deal, but multiples, yeah, screws it up. All right. So that should be good. That's on an intro roll. There we go. And let's go to, what did I do here? Let's do the win next. Let's go ahead and copy this. Copy. So this would be the win message. See how it stopped? The message isn't all there. And we're going to put this as flash. And this has to be an, this is the win. So this should be an outro. So just check it. There we go. Flash. All you boats of the attacking Wolfpack have been sunk. Okay. So now we will update the Wolfpack win. So this is if we fail. Come down here. See, it did it again. And let's take all this. Whoops. And this should be an outro message. Preview it. There we go. Flash, flash, flash. Despite the full deployment of sensors and weapons, the U-boat succeeded in penetrating the screen and sinking the majority of the Allied convoy. All right, there we go. We got that one done. And now we will go save this. And I still have this one as a 2-star. It's not as easy as the first one or as the Bismarck, because this one, the kid is a little further away. So when you come into this, the kid's clear over here and the Wolfpack and the convoy are over here. So, and I may even add another Wolfpack. I mean, there's 7 of them there now. I mean, that's unheard of. That's a huge Wolfpack, I guess. I don't know. But the kid, this is the moment when the kid actually goes cloaking and then gets sucked into the time vortex, and then a cloaking device fails. So I got that from not only the Philadelphia experiment, but from also Star Trek, where Kirk went over and stole the Klingon or the Romulan cloaking device and then installed it Scotty installed it on the Enterprise. Whoa, Nico! Nico's in the house. Nico's in the house. Nico, how you doing, my friend? All right, we need to move that file. So let's go back here. Let's back up one, back up another, and we need to go into users and missions. And we just, oh, did we save it? I want to save it. Okay, that's saved, and I want to back out of it. Okay, so now we're on that screen. All right, so let's see. The Philadelphia experiment was saved on 145. Yep, perfect. Okay, so that's the one I want. So I'm going to copy this one. I'm going to back up, back to here, Philadelphia experiment reversed, and go into missions and replace this file. Replace it with the new one. Doing good. I finally figured out, so I spent till 3 o'clock in the morning last night trying to figure out what the fuck was going wrong with my messages in this stupid game. Comes to find out that if you use the pound sign or the backslash in your message, it tells the computer that's where you want to stop the message or reset it or some stupid shit. It was pissing me the hell off. So we're back to testing to see if the messages work now. All right, so I just did that. I replaced the message. So now I need to go into the mod manager and I need to update that mod, and we're going to do update existing. We're going to pick the Philadelphia experiment, and we're going to pick the folder we want. This one. Yeah, well, I just checked. I made the change on the Bismarck one, and it worked. So I took out all the slashes in the Bismarck one. So now I just got to go into the original Philadelphia experiment, which I didn't realize that wasn't working, and change that one. Now I do want to go back into Steam and grab that exact quote. Well, not that. Grab that exact quote right here. Fix an issue with messages, blah, 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 blah. Copy that. Come back to in-game, or not, that's Grok. Come back to in-game and put this in here. Boom. Fix an issue with mission messages not working. Found that if you use a dollar or a pound sign or slash, it can cause the message to stop at those characters. All right, so now we're upgrading. We got the new one. We put in that. Let's submit it. All right, so now it comes to here. This change, see, I corrected mission briefing, win and lost messages, and that didn't work. And that's the one I was working with. So we've got that working now. All right, so there's my 3 missions in this game. So if you guys are going to play this game, please play these missions for me. Tell me what you think. Tell me where I can make improvements or maybe make it a little easier, whatever the case may be. I love criticism, comments. I can't get better if I don't get criticized. People just think I'm doing right. And that's the problem with the world today, is there's not enough people telling other people what they're doing wrong or what they're doing right. It's easy to tell somebody you're doing something wrong. Hey, you're doing that wrong. But it's harder to say, hey, good job. People don't do that anymore. It floors me the way the world is becoming so, and it has to do with social media. It has to do with the fact that we have these little computer devices in our pockets that allow us to do all sorts of stuff while being anonymous, right? You can send a text message to somebody. They have no idea who you are. You know, you can send emails, you can send all kinds of stuff. Just get on their platform and say how much of a piece of shit they are, you know, with no consequence, none whatsoever, which is their right as freedom of speech, right? I get it. Now, cyberbullying, that's a different thing because those are kids, but it's still technically freedom of speech. Now, if it incites violence, then that's different. You know, if you make threats, that's different. Yes. And I don't mind anonymity. I don't mind anonymous things, right? Because there are some people that they don't have the intestinal fortitude to be able to say, this is me and I'm saying it. They don't want that. They don't like confrontation. I had a friend of mine who went in the military, and he was a military MP, right? So when he got out, he thought, hey, I'm going to become a cop. So he went to become a cop. Well, being a cop in the civilian world and one in the military world, military people obey orders. They are taught that from day one. You don't question authority. You can question authority, but you've got to have a real good goddamn reason. But most likely you have to follow the order. In the civilian world, it's not that way. So when he became a cop, he did not like the pushback that he was getting from civilians, because in the military, he'd say, I want your driver's license, I want whatever, blah, 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 and you had to give it to him, right? Here in the military. But in the civilian world, they're like, well, what did I do wrong, piece of shit, piggy? You know, he didn't like that. It drove him nuts. He would get ill right before he had to go on shift. He would get physically sick. That's stage fright, right? Because he didn't like his job. So he finally figured out, I shouldn't be a cop. And that's how I met him. I put him to work as a front desk agent at a hotel I was working at.
Sbagelli, smagozzi, babozzi, bongi balongi.
It was almost the same thing. That's how I found out the story, because somebody came into the office and was bitching a fit about their room or the condition of their room, and he lost it. He just like walked off, and I'm like, what are you doing? He goes, I can't handle that. I can't handle that. So then I got the story out of him about the whole cop thing. I was like, holy shit. Can you imagine going through life like that? I can't. I stand up for my rights. I don't, if I know I'm right, I will argue until you prove me wrong. But once you prove me wrong, I will admit, you know what? You were right. I was wrong. I have these conversations with my wife all the time, but she can't admit when she's wrong. She can't do it. So the conversations get kind of heated sometimes. And yeah, I usually just back off saying, is this worth it? No, it's not worth it. So, oh, it looks like I got another comment on the final countdown. Let's see what they say. All right. So yeah, so I got nailed. I was posting the mod that was the World War II mod. And these guys in my comments were like, no, you can't do that. You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do that. And it really said, don't do it. Right. And I was like, well, why shouldn't I? Right. Yes. Oh, it's very difficult to find in people. I would say the majority of people cannot admit when they're wrong. So let me ask you, if somebody told you you were wrong and you found out you were wrong, did you go back and apologize to that person? I do. I personally do. I will admit, I will go out of my way to find that person again and go up to him and say, look, you know, when we got in our discussion the other day, or argument, whatever you want to call it, because that's just semantics, it's just a word, I was wrong. You were right. And I want you to know that, because it gives them the feeling that, you know, hey, yeah, this person actually listened to me And I corrected that person, and now he's doing it the right way or saying it the right way or whatever. So that's what I did here. These guys were in the comments saying, there's a reason non-workshop mods are called non-workshop mods, right? And that's all they said. And then this guy goes, it's not because of download limit, because I said, I think the reason it's not on the workshop is because there's a download limit. And he goes, no, it's not a workshop limit. It's the content of the mod. And then this guy types up saying, yeah, he is correct. You really should contact the mod author and discuss further and remove the mod link. They wouldn't tell me why. Their biggest exclamation was, there's a reason non-workshop mods are called non-workshop mods. What the fuck is that? So I think it was Miss Metaphor had said, yeah, well, I think this is a fun mod. There's a reason the mod isn't on the workshop. It's definitely best to keep non-mods, non-workshop mods off the workshop in any content. I don't think you need to take the mod down, just instead include the drive link, right? Or just instead of including the drive link to a non-mod on the workshop, maybe say something like, this requires a non-workshop World War II mod available via the Discord, right? But so I was like, okay, so this guy works at the Discord. That's what I'm thinking, right? This guy works at that Discord and he doesn't want it on here, so they don't get the credit. The Discord's going to get the credit. So I actually joined this Discord, and I got a hold of the modder, which goes by the name of the Red Revenge. And I sent him a direct message saying, look, can I use your mod and use it as your Google Drive link on my mod as a link, so when people see my mod, they know they have to download your mod? And he says, no. He goes, they can get it from the Discord. And I'm like, so what is the difference between them downloading it on the link I posted and going to your link on Discord and posting it? I said, I don't understand. It's confusing the shit out of me. They're still going to go to your Google link in your Discord and hit download. So what is the difference? Yeah, exactly, Nico. And that's the way you should be. So he came back and said, look, the reason it's not on the workshop is because we've used mods from World of Warships. We've used the ship design, the 3D design from World of Warships. And then we're putting it, and then you're using it in a game by Sea Power, and the World of Warships isn't by that same company. So you're getting into cross-contamination of copyright stuff. And I was like, all right, perfect. That makes sense. Nobody could explain it. Now, he explained it. So then I turned around and I changed the message. I said, this mod is in active development. Many of the ships are already planned. This is just from him. This is out of his README. This mod requires the World War II mod by Red Revenge. And it says right here, if you want, you have to go to the Discord under the, and this is Sea Power, I don't remember what NW stands for, mod section, and send me a DM to get access to the link, right? So I don't have to have the link posted anymore. So that got corrected. And I'm glad Red Revenge explained it. That made sense. These guys down here didn't make sense. But then I turned around and said, thanks, guys. I had a wonderful talk with the modder, and he explained why. So description has changed for all of my missions. And then, of course, he gets today, he goes, don't know, but the game takes forever for me every time I try to play it. Does it take very long to load? Task manager shows not responding. All right, I got to respond to him. To mod loading or any of my workshop missions. I have tested both local mission and workshop mission activation. Yeah. And that's the only way you're going to solve issues, solve problems. That's the only, you got to be able to talk. That's why this bullshit that's going on today in this world, people are just listening to the mainstream media and what they're saying. This is the way it is. And people believe it instead of going out and figuring it out for themselves, because that takes time and effort. But they will argue till their death that they are correct. It just, that part grovels my butt. They don't want to use their brain, okay? They don't want to use it. And I swear to God, I don't know how, with thinking like that, we became the dominant species on the planet. I honestly believe there's just a few people like Elon Musk, Einstein, they're critical and logical thinkers that actually think, not just drift through life. There's only a small handful of people like that, and all the rest of the people in the world are just dragged behind what they're telling us. And that's it. That's shameful. As a race of humans, of thinking human beings, this is why when aliens show up on the planet, they roll their windows up and lock the doors and say, we ain't going to that fucking planet. Those guys are morons. They don't use their brain. Where, you know, I mean, look at all the people they abduct, right? If you look at an alien abduction, what is the number one person aliens abduct? Billy Bob Thornton. Billy Bob from down in South Carolina, back in Louisiana Bayou. I got probed by an alien. That's the mentality that they bring in. That's the mentality. You never hear of somebody who has a brain on their head, a CEO of a major corporation that says, oh yeah, I got abducted and the aliens probed me. I went on board their spaceship. There's never anybody believable. It's always the wacko guy, right? And Captain Jimbot knows exactly what I'm talking about. Welcome in, Captain Jim. Woo-hoo! Captain Jim. Oh shit. He's getting his ass handed to him.
I'm guessing he doesn't have ammo for the ray guns.
Is that when you went out with the GDMC boys? Yeah,
Run,
I know.
little wardens, run.
Well, who else is going to do it, Jim? Who else is going to go on the rant, right? I mean, if I don't do it, the person that listened to me or that hears me is not going to hear what I have to say. Now, I'm not saying I'm right. I'm not saying I'm wrong either. I usually don't say anything unless I think I'm right or I know I'm right. But I don't talk, in other words, I don't talk out my ass. And I usually choose my words very carefully. I don't get upset when I argue. You know, people get really pissed and angry. And then when they do, they say stuff they don't really mean. They say it because they want to hurt the other person that they're arguing with, right? I prefer discussion and dialogue over arguments. Now, I will argue the point, but not angrily, right? But if I don't say something, if I don't say how I feel, if somebody's close to feeling the same and they're not sure, they can hear what I have to say and go, oh, hey, that makes sense. Or they can go, no, I don't want that attitude at all. You know, I think it's great. I've seen a few of these videos out there now that are showing professional basketball players going into the women's basketball league saying, well, I'm a girl. I want to play in your league. And they're like towering above all these women, right? And they're physically a lot better and they're dominating the court. Now, the women's basketball league's going, oh, well, maybe we shouldn't allow this. Oh, but it was okay, you know, for a guy who wanted to be a girl to join and go into their locker rooms and shit. And the girl's saying, hey, this is bullshit. And you said, hey, we're all about equality and you know, and we don't care what sex you are, whatever. No, gender. That's what they use. They use gender. We don't care what gender you are. Well, now all of a sudden, when the shoe's on the other foot, right? The shoe's on the other foot. There's a couple of I mean, they're like NBA basketball stars that are now trying to get into the women's basketball league. And the women's basketball league is like, whoa, wait a sec. No, that's probably not a good idea. Oh, now it's not a good, we got somebody who knows how to play basketball going into the women's league, and now it's not okay. It's that double standard. And they get that from our government because our government wants us to be this way. They want us at each other's throats, so we're not looking at them and what they're doing. Because there are some people that are looking at what they're doing and exposing what they're doing. And that's a good thing too. All right, back to the game. Enough of my rant. Unless you guys came for the rant, then you got it. All right, so now, Jim, by the way, I've got 3 mods on Steam now. Let me go back to them. So I got the final countdown, okay? You can play that one. I just did the reverse Philadelphia experiment. That's where the USS Eldridge tries out an experimental Romulan cloaking device, and it makes their ship travel back in time to World War II in the Atlantic War. So the Nimitz, for the final countdown, went into the Pacific. Now I got a guided missile cruiser or guided missile destroyer. I guess it's a destroyer. It's a DDG, right? Isn't that what I named it? Yeah, DDG. Going back into the past, and I got 2 missions there. So I got one where they first come out and they got to take on some U-boats to keep from sinking a convoy. Pretty basic, right? That's what a destroyer does. And then I got this one where they go after the Bismarck. So same opening line. They're in the Atlantic War and is now tasked with sinking the Bismarck. So there you go. I got 3 missions for you for going back in the past. I'm going to start on another one here. I want to do Midway. I want to put the Nimitz at Midway. Nice. Nice. Hey, don't forget, put a comment if you can in each one of them, because that generates, just like anything else. You comment, you put stars up, put your thumbs up, whatever, if you like the mission. And then please, Jim, please let me know where I can make improvements or whether it was too tough or not enough information. I mean, I rated the final countdown as a 2-star, I think. I don't know if it tells you here. No, it doesn't tell you there. Oh, scenarios. There we go. So yeah, the final countdown's a 2-star. Oh, I thought I changed the sync to Bismarck. Hold on, I got to go back and change that. Mission editor, load, Bismarck. And go over here and change it to a 1-star. I don't know if I have to, but I probably will. Let's go make this change again. That's the Philadelphia experiment. I need to go to users, missions, Philadelphia experiment 211. Yep, that's this one. Copy that and back it up. Go to Philadelphia experiment Bismarck, go into missions, paste it here, overwrite that file. There we go. All right, that's done. Now I can go in here to the mod manager, go to create mod, update an existing mod. I'm going to update the Bismarck mod. I'm going to pick the folder of the Bismarck. There we go. Open that up and change log. Change to 1-star difficulty. Difficult. And submit. All right, there we go. So let's view the change notes. Change to 1-star difficulty. There we go. All right. So I got to do another final countdown. I'm thinking about doing Midway, right? Wouldn't that be a fun one, Jim? So instead of it coming down, instead of Nimitz coming in at the point of Pearl Harbor, or maybe they do, and then there's just, SyncPack said, hey, we know the Japanese are going to attack target AF. And then, which is the illusion that the Japanese attack was going to surprise Midway, but we knew they were going to attack Midway, so we were laying in wait for them, right? I think that would be a good one to do, right? So I think that'll be my next mission. So let's go into the mission editor. Let's start up a new one. Let's call this one Final Countdown. Midway. Mission difficulty, I'm going to put it as a 2-star for right now. See, USS Nimitz is ordered to Midway Island to help with the surprise attack Or is it a surprise attack or is it a trap? What are they? What's the? It's not surprise, ambush. To help with the ambush of the Japanese carrier group that was sent to invade Midway, invade and capture Midway. There we go. All right. So now we got to do some research. Let's go ahead and save this. I have to change. First of all, let's get this over here. So I think this is Midway Island right here. Give the map a chance to zoom in here. So I think Midway is the last one on this island chain. Might be this one. I think that's Midway. What we'll do is we'll put this close to it. So what this does, by moving this, you can get longitude and latitude coordinates, right? So that way you can figure out exactly where the island is. Now, I may be wrong. Midway may be out a little further, but I think that's right. All right, so let's do this. We need to do some research. Let's save that right off the bat. I think that's all I need to save. Let's take a look here. Let's back up. So we're going to users and missions. No. Where the hell did it save it? Mission name, final countdown, Midway. Oh, shit. Okay, I did save. Save as. That's where I need to do it. Save as. So I just saved it under, as you can see, 12, 14, 16, which just happened. So it saved it as a custom mission. So I want to save it as final countdown. Midway. Final countdown Midway. Save it. All right, there we go. Now it's saved properly. So now when we look at it, there it is right there. Final countdown Midway. So the custom mission here is the USS Nimitz is ordered to Midway Island to help with the ambush. So no big deal. That one just keeps getting written over and over again. So I'm not worried about that one. All right, so there we go. All right, so that one's done. Let's bring up our Google map, our Google, and we need to Google map of Midway Island. Start off first one. Is that the Google map? Yeah. All right. So now we need, do we have the exact coordinates here? I don't think we do. Midway Atoll. All right. So there's the Midway, there's the Hawaiian Chain Islands. So where, how would I get the exact location? About? No. Oh, well, let's just do this. Let's just go longitude and latitude of Midway Island. All right, and it is 28-2, 177.35. Let me move this over just a little bit so I can see it. We'll go into the game. And I got to go to 28.2, which I'm at 28.28. Okay. So 28.2. It's really, really close. 28.2 and 177.35. So that's 37. 28.2 and 177.35. Okay. So that's, as you can see here, 28.2, 177.35. But it doesn't say which one is actually the island of Midway, right? Which is fine. Which is fine. So now we'll look at the map, and the air base is on. Why is there only 2 islands? Was there only 2 islands on the game? No, there's 3. So, but this is where this is where it's going to be. That's where it's going to be. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to place a land unit. I got to go to groups. Land unit right here. And we are going to make it a U.S. air base. Air base small. There we go. Oh, no, land unit. I didn't add it. Land base, air base small. All right, add it. There we go. Now we got a land base, and we're going to call this one Midway. Midway Air Force or Air Base. Because I don't know if it's Air Force or if it's what it is. I have no idea. So let's open a flight deck, and we're going to go to air group. We're going to use a custom air group. First thing we're going to do is get rid of all of these. I wish there was a get rid of all of them, but I have to minus them all out. None of those. None of those. No to this. 2 of these. Where's it at? Where's it at? Right there. None of those. None of those PC3s. None of these. I mean, that's currently what's assigned to the air base, not necessarily what's in Midway. So there we go. And then we'll get rid of the helicopters here. We'll get rid of these 2. All right, there we go. Now, what we can do is I can add in whatever plane I want. Okay. But what we need to do is figure out what planes were there on Midway at that time. So let's go to here. And since we already know that's Midway, oh, that's Easter Island. Is Easter Island, is that where the big heads are at? Is that where that's at? Are the big heads, I mean, they say it's on Easter Island, right? Are the big head statues, where are the big head statues? Yes, where are these at? They're located in Easter Island on a remote volcanic island. I get sidetracked a lot. Easter Island is a territory of Chile, South Pacific Ocean. Is this the Easter Island at Midway? Midway Atoll. No. Easter Island is not located at Midway. These are two completely different places, you freaking moron. But see, I learned some. Separated by thousands of miles of ocean. What are you, freaking stupid? That's what the AI is telling me. All right, so it looks like there are... Here's the comparison table. Easter Island in Rapa Nui. Rapa Nui? Rapa Nui. Rapa Nui. I've heard that before. Chilean territory, U.S. territory. Giant stone head statues. World War II battle. That's what they're famous for. Small flat sand inlet in a coral reef. That's what Midway is. Or Easter Island is anyway. All right, so I digress. All right, so let's go back. And what aircraft was at Midway Island on the Midway attack? In World War II. 19 SBDs, 7 Wildcats, 17 SB-20s, Vindicators, 21 Brewster Buffaloes. The U.S. Air Force contributed a squadron of 17 B-17s and 4 26 Marauders equipped with torpedoes. Okay. So, with that being said, let's go back to our game here. I don't think we have, let me bring up the list of, not that. I want to bring up the list of planes that are in this game. So for the US, here's the United States. We have, these are the planes that we can get in the game. SPDs, I know we have. The Dauntless. Right? Where is that? I know we do. Because there's the TBF. I know the SPD's in there.
Show him your boobies.
Bob!
Sbagelli,
That didn't come out right.
Magozzi, Babozzi,
Oh, look
Bongi
at all the boobies
Balongi.
on the screen.
And guess what's inside it?
We got Bob's boobies, and we got the boobies for the commercials or for the ads.
Hello there.
Oh, and there we go. We got a hello there too. Who'd we get the hello there from? Captain Jim. Captain Jim had to throw his boobies in there too. Well, that sounded better than. That sounded better in my head. Captain Jim showed us his boobies. I'm now going to refer to that girl as Captain Jim. He likes playing that one, not because I made 1,000 subscribers. He likes playing that one because the girl stays up longer during the clip. I know that's why he does. So, Bob, Kazuri got on. He wants to try out tonight. If you have time, it's going to be at 8 o'clock tonight. 8? Is that what I said? Hold on. Let me look. I set an alarm. 8 o'clock tonight. Yeah, 8 o'clock. Oh, shit. I got that time. So 8 o'clock tonight, Bob, your time. Kazuri wants to get on and try the new game Ghost Recon to make sure we can all log in and get together and all that. So if you're up for that, yeah, we'll be in Discord. If nothing else, it'll just be me and him. As long as I can connect, everybody else should be able to connect. So, but if you want to, we're going to jump in, maybe shoot a couple of things. I guarantee you we'll shoot a couple of things. But then I got to set up a stream because he redeemed 150,000 Captain Adonis points to make me play a game of his choice. And that's what he chose. And he bought it for me. But I got to set up a time so I can stream it so everybody else can see that I actually follow through with it. When you spend the points, you get to play the game that you want to play, or see me play, or see us play, because we'll play together. So, but this weekend's not good for him. He's got some stuff he's got to do, so we'll set up a time for that. Plus, I hear Mac is having issues trying to get into the game. So, yeah. All right, let's go back to this. All right, and we are looking at, there we go. We're looking at the class of ships. So SPDs, I know we got. I know they're on the list. Oh, where did the list go? Start it over. Go back down here. All right, there we go. All right, I know we have SPDs. There's TBDs, there's SPDs. So we have the SPDs. Wildcats are the F4F. The F4F Wildcat is down here. That's the Hellcat, the Bearcat. Where the hell's the Wildcat? Maybe I got to go with the Hellcat. Because they had Wildcats, F4, F3s. F4. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. So the Wildcats were just the underrated version of the Hellcats. And then I think the Bearcats were the upgraded version of the Hellcats. One of those two, but we'll figure out which ones. Because we don't have Wildcats, right? And then SB2Us, Voight SB2Us. So we got a Voight Crusader. I don't know if that's the same. SB2U. I'm not seeing SB2C, SB2U. So it might be like a Helldiver. So what I'll do is I'll research that. If that's the closest type of plane to what they had on here, I'll do that. And then they had 21 Buffaloes, the F2As. And I'm not seeing any F2As either. So we may have to, well, plus then the Air Force had 17 B-17s and 4 B-26s, which I don't have any of. I do have B-25s. So what I may do, because the B-17s and the Marauders were equipped with torpedoes, I'll have to take a look and see if the B-25s have the capability of having torpedoes on them. But, so for right now, I'm going to leave the air group at zeroed out. I will go back later, not on camera, and figure out which planes are closest. I want to get, I just want to get the, so right now there's nothing on the flight deck of Midway Air Force Base. So what I want to do is get the exact position of American Why does that not look like AMERICAN? There we go. American Forces for Midway Island Battle. So the American forces were comprised of, I want to go to AI mode. So the AI, let's see, so it's Task Force 16, Task Force 17. Now this is saying there was some 31 Catalina flying boats too, used for critical scouting, and 6 brand new TBF Avenger torpedo bombers, B-17s, 11 motor torpedo boats also patrolled the area, and a fleet of 19 submarines were deployed as a defensive arc around Midway to ambush incoming. Oh shit, we're gonna have fun. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna have fun. Not only that, you're gonna have Nimitz plus 19 submarines. Holy shit. So ship, class, and names. All right, so this should list all the ship classes and names that were involved. So we had the Astoria, we had the Portland, so we had several heavy cruisers, light cruisers. Yes, this one will be a little more difficult because you'll have a lot more stuff, but you'll have World War II ships. So in the first battle, Jim, is what I decided was when Nimitz first comes in, it's not part of the fleet yet, right? And so it stops the battle. But in the second mission, I want it to be part of CINCOM fleet or the Pacific fleet, and being ordered by Chester Nimitz to what it should do. So here's where we got, looks like we got a Narwhal class, which I don't think we have that, but we got Gato and Tambor classes. And I think the Narwhal class was very close to the Tambor class. So, but there's all the submarines, and these were the destroyers, heavy and light cruisers. So the aircraft carriers were the Yorktown, the Hornet, and the Enterprise, and USS Nimitz. So, all right, so we got that. So we know which ones those are. All right. Attacking Japanese. Ships, class, and names. All right. Now I've got my research done. So it had 4 aircraft carriers. They're going to get the shit stomped out of them. They only had 4 carriers, the Akaga, Konga, Soyu, and Hiru, which I've already sunk in the Battle of Pearl Harbor. If you completed that mission. Escort battleships, the Konga, they had 2. They had 2 of them. 2 battleships, 2 heavy cruisers and 1 light cruiser, and 12 destroyers. It wasn't a very big, and then they had close air support. So this is the invasion for it. So heavy cruisers and what, in addition, a separate heavy cruiser division was sent to bombard Midway The group was ambushed by American air power while retreating. Okay, but didn't they have an invasion landing force? I thought they did. I thought they had a landing force because they were going to take it over, not just destroy it. All right, let's go to here and ask this question. Did the Japanese have a landing force during Midway attack? Yes, the Japanese organized a dedicated invasion and land force of the Battle of Midway. Okay, let's go to AI mode on that one. Now, Google AI is okay, guys. Google AI is okay. The better one to use is Grok. It does a lot deeper dive. All right, so what was the class number and types? That may not read that right. What is the class number? They may not understand that. Transport group ships, large transports. Let's edit that. There we go. Okay. So it had 2 large transport ships. So we'll have to look and see if we have those. Armed cargo transport ships had 10 of them. Converted fast transports, 2 of them. And there is the escorts for that one. So it had 11 destroyers, 1 cruiser. And I will set each one of these groups up. So there will be a destroyer division. All right. So our research is almost done. The other thing we need to do, so I have one, okay. All right, so this is mainly the American one. So I want to get rid of this. What else do I need to know from the American side? Oh, let's do this. What was the exact position of the American fleet? Well, understood as a Point Luck, situated at 32,173. So when we're looking at that, okay, that's midway, and then 32,173. This is 28. Right about there. 28, and then what did I say? 132. There's 28. Isn't that what it said? 132? Whoa, 28 or 32. God damn. Point like 32, 173. 32, 173. So 32.
Sbagelli, smagozzi, babozzi, bongi balongi.
32, 173. Right there. $32, 173. That's where the American fleet was at. Holy shit. How far out were they? God damn it. They were 350 miles, 340 miles from Midway. Why were they so far out? Strategic position. Okay, so the American fleet prior to the battle was at Point Luck, about located 325 miles northeast of Midway, at bearing a 045. Strategic positioning. Okay, strategic positioning. On June. Okay, so the assembly, the ambush distance. Okay, so at dawn on June 4th, the carriers drifted southwest toward a position roughly 200 miles northeast of Midway Island. Okay, so we're going to have to go 200 miles north, roughly 250 miles. Oh, and the Japanese fleet replacement left the American fleet roughly 215 miles east of the striking force. So I'll have to look and see exactly where the Japanese were at too. That distance and flight time the American aircraft had to fly to reach the Japanese carriers. Search sectors, okay, blah, 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 blah. I don't want to know any of that. Okay, so really the ambush, which is what we want to be at, on June 4th, 1942. Okay, well, I can't do June 4th of 42, but I can do June 4th of 47. And we're going to go 9 o'clock in the morning. That seems like a good daylight time, local time. But now we need to change this to ambush distance 200 miles north-northwest of Midway. 200 miles north-northwest. So of Midway. $200 miles north-northwest. I want to put it exactly at 45-degree angle. .45-degree angle, 200 miles. 200 miles and a 45-degree angle. $245 right there. Okay, that's where they'll be. So let's move this to there. And let's put a ship there. And this will be, I'm going to just call it Enterprise for right now. Okay, oh, I need American Enterprise. No, Enterprise wasn't Essex. It wasn't an Essex class. It was a, I wonder if they have it. It was a Lexington class. But I thought they had the Enterprise Yorktown class. Yeah. There it is. Yorktown class, 1942 Enterprise, add unit. There we go. Okay, so now we've got the Enterprise there. So let's remove that. Put it right there. There we go. So that's where the Enterprise was at. Now, according to this, the Japanese fleet was 200 miles. What did it say? 200 to 215 miles east. Placement left American fleet roughly 215 miles east. Okay. So 215 miles east. $200 to 215 miles. So that's like 207. $208. Perfect, right there. Okay, that's where the Japanese fleet is at. And the first ship on the Japanese fleet was oh, what happened to my, is that on this one? The Kagi class aircraft carrier. Okay. The Akagi. So we want to put another group here. And that's going to be red. That's going to be Japanese. Whoop, passed it. Do they have an Akagi class? Ibuku class, Hiru class. Yamamoto class. Now that's, they got more than that. Taiyo class. Hiru. Was it a hero class? No. I don't know that much about the Japanese ships as I do the American ships. So in the Kagi class, that was the flagship. And I'm not seeing that. The first aircraft carrier is a Hiru class. Definitely not a, yeah. Rikuku. Can't believe they don't have. Do they not have? Do the Japanese not have an Akagi class? There's the Japanese carriers. Kaga, IGN Kaga. Isn't that what it's supposed to be? Kagi. There's a Kaga class. They got a Kaga, Hiru, Shino. Okay, they don't have one, so I'm going to make it a Kaga class. And how did I miss the Kaga class, period? Why am I not seeing a Kaga? Not seeing a Kaga class, and even though it says he's got it on his list, IJN Kaga. I am not seeing it on the list. So why isn't it on his list? Even though it says it's on his list. Wonder if he took it off. All right, so we do the next best thing. We go to Google. And we say, what was the closest type of aircraft carrier to the Akagi? Isn't that the one I wanted? Was the Akagi? Akagi. The Amiga class. I don't have that one either. So let's try it this way. What was the closest to the Akaga from this list? Oh, shit. The Hiru. Okay. Closest was the Hiru. Akagi. All right, there we go. Now we've got the Akagi.
Hello, darlings.
Oh,
you looking good or
Julie.
just good looking? Oh my, who's that hottie rocking the naval crew cap? Totally lavish. You're on the
Julie.
VIP list. Party's always open. Ah, it's you, Captain Adonis, sailing smooth as silk I see. And Captain Jimbot? Ooh,
Oh,
he's
yeah,
stewing in
Captain
hot
Jim's
water,
here.
naughty boy. Life's short, so let's make it punderful. Why don't scientists trust atoms? Because they make up everything. Stay spicy, my loves.
Do atoms make up everything, or do neutrons make up
magozzi,
everything?
babozzi, bongi balongi.
So there we go. We got the basic battle set up. We have some more ships, a lot more just adding this stuff. So what I'll do is the briefing. I'll come up with something in Chat GTP. I use Grok, same difference. So what I'll do is I'll come up with a briefing, the win message, the briefing message, and the failure message. So, I mean, the win message is going to be taking out the 4 carriers. That's priority, right? I mean, we just take out the 4 carriers. So, and Nimitz will be part of the Enterprise Battle Group, because now that it's in the Pacific Fleet, the Nimitz will be part of that particular task force. We got to put some stuff on Midway for the Japanese to attack. That'll be their goal, is to attack here and land troops. I got to figure out how to do that. Not quite sure yet. I'm sure it's a trigger of some sort, but that shouldn't be an issue. So, and I know today is going to be a short stream, only because I've got some other stuff I got to do. I was late today because I stayed up so late last night. Stayed up till 3 a.m. trying to figure out a problem, which I corrected this morning. So let's go to this one and lock that position. Go to that one and lock that position. I think we can lock that position too. Yeah, there we go. All right. And now it's just time to plug ships in and give the Japanese a goal coming down here to attack the island. So for the Japanese to win, God, what would be the goal? I mean, obviously they got to do a land invasion, right? But I don't even know if that's possible in sea power. So that's going to be a good question. That's a good question, right? Let's do a new one here. Sea power, the game. Can you do amphibious landings and capture? Okay, it's saying yes, you can. You can do amphibious landings and capture missions in sea power, but the gameplay mechanics are abstract and heavily focused on naval and air support side rather than granular ground combat. The primary objective, your main goal is to safeguard landing ships and escort them safely to the designated beachhead. Okay. Securing the air and sea before troops. Okay. Simulated troop transport deployment. Once your landing craft safely reach the designated zone and the airspace is clear.
You lot. Don't you dare leg it from Captain Adonis, or I'll have my missus tickling your toes till you squeal like a daft muppet. And Captain Jimbot, what's all that eyeing me for, punk? I'm watching you like a hawk on a biscuit tin. Don't test me, yeah?
Wow, Chuli's getting a little spicy. Let's see. Simulated troop transport. Once you landed craft safely, the game triggers the landing. The troops and ground vehicles then deploy to fight automated basic ground battles to capture the objective.
Mostly. Sorry, Joe.
Okay, missionary, you can build your own capture missions inside the game's native mission editor with triggers plus area fields, okay? Yeah, I did. I've added 2 more. So I did the final countdown, which is the Nimitz going back in the Pacific Theater. And then I added the Philadelphia experiment reversed, where the Eldridge goes back in time instead of the movie. The Philadelphia experiment was World War II goes forward in time. So I changed it. I reversed it by having him go back in time. To World War II, but like a guided missile destroyer. So, yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with it. So hopefully Captain Jim will play him and give me his unbiased feedback where I can make changes to it. I mean, I played it, and I try to play it in the eyes of what would I do if I was playing this and I didn't know where everything was at. So we'll see how it goes. But right now, I think what I'm going to do is call it a stream right here and go practice with the editor and figure out how to do land battles. Yeah, I know you will, buddy. I know you will. Plus, I got another game to play tonight with, I had a guy redeem my 150,000 point, play a game of my choosing. And, he chose a game that is kind of an older game, Ghost Recon. I think what the hell is it called? Ghost Recon Wildlands. So this is the game we're going to play. So we're getting on tonight to try it out, to see if it works, because you got to go through Ubisoft, which is a terrible gaming platform, in my opinion. But it is what it is. So, yeah. We're going to try that out tonight, make sure the game works, and we're going to be able to play it. Then we'll pick a spot sometime that we'll stream it. So anybody can do that. Yeah, I know. Ubisoft is, I mean, they just kind of half-assed do everything. They're doing it mainly just because it gives them the ability to make money. That's it. So, all right. So let's go ahead and save this scenario right here. We got the settings that we want. And I got to go play with ground combat. So I'll set up another mission editor with just ground combat to see how that works before I do it in here. So, yeah. Plus, my stomach's gurgling a little bit. I had pizza for breakfast, and now it's not wishing me well. So I'm gonna go sit on the toilet for a little bit. So I know you guys all needed to know that, but I appreciate all of you for coming, especially on Wednesday. It is hump day. So tomorrow I'll be back with some more streaming. I don't know if I'll stream more of this. You guys tell me. Is this something you're interested in or not? If you want me to play a game, I do have one that I had somebody buy me. It is called, where's it at? Right there. Iron Fist, the heavy turret simulator. I mean, this one might not be bad to try out. It's a single player game, so I wouldn't mind trying it out. It got bought for me, so I'd love to do it. Yeah. And Splinter Cell was a hell of a game. Yeah, so this is the actual game. I haven't installed it yet, but Iron Nest. It looked really good. And I had one of my followers bought this game for me and sent it to me on Steam, which I thought was awesome. Oh, Captain Jim's playing Sea Power right now. So, but we got this saved. We're ready to go. I just need to test out some ground combat because I think that's what I'll do. Is I'll have the trigger for the Japanese force to win by actually landing a landing force on Midway. So our goal, our goal for the blue side will be to stop the red from invading Midway Island and taking it over. Makes sense, right? So, and then there's lots of other missions we can do all the way from Operation Watchtower, which is the Guadalcanal campaign, to maybe even invading Japan itself, right? Oh, you're playing a Falklands? Well, of course you are, Jim. That was the British's one big mission they had, right? Was the Falkland Wars. I don't even remember why you guys went down there. What was the reason you guys invaded the Falklands? Because of that cool name? Falkland? Falkland. I'm going to take over Falkland. Last good fight we had. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. So, all right, guys. I appreciate all of you. Let's see who there is out there to raid. They touched your island. How dare they? How dare they touch your island? All right, let's see. Anybody playing in the same category? Nobody's got cameras. Guys, if you're going to play a fucking game on Stream It, get a camera. I don't want to watch somebody play the game. I want to watch somebody. I mean, I don't want to watch the game they're playing. I want to watch them play the game. I mean, my God, come on. Oh, let's see. All right, LD's doing a charity stream again, along with Redstone Gamer. Oh no, Redstone Gamer has drops enabled. I can't raid LDE when he's on a charity stream. I wonder if he knows he's stuck on that. I should message him. So I don't see anybody out there that I really want to raid. Same category wise, like I said, nobody's got a camera. Oh, I guess this guy's got a camera. It's really small. It's up in the corner. But he's not English. He's Dutch. So is the other guy. The only one English player doesn't have a camera. And he's playing the Pacific Strike campaign. So anyway, so we're not going to raid anybody, guys. So I just appreciate you guys showing up every day. You guys make my day. You actually make it so I want to come on stream and I can talk to you guys. Kind of like my rant this morning with who was I ranting with? That was Kazuri. I don't remember if Nico was there during my rant. Were you there for my rant? My governmental rant? I think you were. Yeah, admitting we were wrong. Yeah, you were there. So, I mean, they got to see part of it. Julie, you missed out on my rant, but yeah, that's all right. One of these days, maybe I'll just do a in real life, just chatting stream, and then we can talk about all sorts of shit if you want, if that's something you want to see. So it's entirely up to you guys. I wouldn't mind doing it. I'm putting that out there. So if it is something you want me to do, then let me know, and I'll set up like 1 day a week or something when my wife isn't here, because if my wife's here when I start my rant, she'll put her 2 cents in. And it's usually the only reason she disagrees with me is because it's me. Not because she disagrees with it. It's because I'm saying it first. That's why she disagrees with me. I'm just saying. We've been married 30 years. She has that right now. She's been with me long enough. She has that right to disagree with me, even if she's wrong or when she's wrong, all the time. Don't tell her that. So, all right, guys, I'm going to call it right here. Thanks, everybody, for coming. Don't forget, hit that follow button for me if you would. Don't forget to go to my YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button. We are currently, we should look at that really quick before I go. We should look at where I'm at on YouTube. Let's just take a look. We are at 1,044 subscribers. Woohoo! But we still are nowhere close to meeting our goals to get monetized. I have to have 1,000 subscribers, and I have to have 4,000 hours watched in 365 days. We're halfway there, a little over half. Looks like the bar's a little over half. Or we got to have 10 million views of shorts in 90 days. So that kind of tells you right there where YouTube's going. YouTube's just going to, we only want content creators that have gone viral. Those are the only ones that are going to make money with us. I don't know why I do. Well, I do know why. Why I put stuff on YouTube is so you guys have a VOD that you can go back and look at. Like when I was playing Wolfpack, I've had 33 views on my Wolfpack Subsim Saturday. That was last Saturday with Captain Jim. Had 33 people watch it already. That's the only reason I even upload to YouTube, is to put that there so people can go and watch it whenever they want. And it is the whole live stream. I don't change anything. I don't edit anything for YouTube. It just goes right there.
Bongi balongi.
So, all right. Since we just got a bongi balongi, I'm going to leave you with a little, I think we need a little potassium.
Bananas, B-A-N-A-N-A-S. It's bananas, B-A-N-A-N-A-S.
I'm Captain Adonis. I'm out.
Airstrike complete. Egress route set.